Welcome to anyone that's new to the channel. I'm going to be reading a few hate comments for this video. And the first one which I had was bad lighting and bad angle. Some of you may be thinking that it's light, that what people are saying isn't really hate. But when someone says bad lighting and bad angle, they're basically implying to you that you can do better, you can at least look better. So the first thing that I'm going to say in terms of hate comments, you need to understand that if you don't like something that you see online, you can just simply ignore it. And I'm glad that I haven't even sent a hate comment before. When you send a hate comment, what do you think you're going to gain from it? Because you're not giving a positive message. When you send hate comments online, you don't think about the person that's on the receiving end, because you don't know how their day went. But also, when people do post online, it's because they're choosing to do that. And some people don't do that at all. Some people are okay with no profile, and also hate comes from below. The people that send the most hate comments, you go on their profile and they have no profile. But not only that, the things that you're doing, they're not doing themselves. When I got my first hate comment about bad lighting and bad angle, I do get it that this one doesn't sound that much like hate, but it's more like criticism. When it comes to hate comments, you need to look at it this way, that you just do something better going forward. So that's what I'm going to say, because it's so easy for people to hate you than really love you. Because you could be a good person, but people will find a reason to still hate you. Because when you love people, you're so happy for them that they're winning. But also when you hate people, it's because there are things that you want to do, but you're not doing it. Also, when it comes to hate, people start to project their negative feelings onto you. When you do a post and it does well, you're brave enough to even post, but also you're attracting the attention of so many people. And that's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing, because when it comes to good attention, you start to inspire other people. People want to do better for themselves because you have shown them how to really do that. People may hate you because they're just seeing the results, but they don't see the person that you was to who you are right now. People only see the results. They see the finish line. They don't see how you used to look, but also they didn't see the journey for how you got there. And that's very important, because when it comes to hate, you don't know how long someone was doing something, but you also don't know what they went through to even have it in the first place. So I'm back into this video, and the next comment that I got is I'm still waiting for the wow factor. And I believe that's what the comment said, because what that person is implying is that I made no change at all. And that's what happens when it comes to hate, because people start to discredit the hard work that you do. When you put a hate comment, you don't think about it before you send it, but you also don't think about the receiving end of someone else getting that comment. Because you don't want it to be that people wake up and the first thing that they see is a negative comment. You have to realize around the world, everyone is waking up at different times. Everyone is going to sleep at different times. And if you're a person that just consumes content, you're going to be thinking negatively as well, because you start to compare yourself to other people. If you're brave enough to post yourself online, that is one thing that some people don't do. So that's why you need to applaud yourself wherever you can, by uploading that video, by getting ready for that video, by thinking of what it is that you want to say to people and the message behind it. Because even though I got hate comments, I got many positive ones. So that's one thing that you do realize, because when you get hate comments, you also get positive comments. And sometimes the way that you feel about the positive comments, it can outweigh the negative comments. So no matter what one person says to you, you just need to remember that some people, they could have the best day ever, but they're just choosing to be sad, they're choosing to be depressed, and they're choosing to project all their insecurities onto you. And that's another thing, just because I'm doing this video doesn't mean that I don't have bad days. Even though you may have bad days, it's more about how you handle it. And that's another thing, because when you do something and you gain people's attention, you have to realize that attention, it lasts a moment. So that's why you need to be grateful for where it is that you are, have a plan for where it is that you want to be in the future, and to also realize that progress is really slow. Because let's say you get all the attention now, you might not even know how to handle it. And you don't want it to be that what people say to you, it affects you. And that's another thing, because You need to make sure that the things that you want to do is because you want to do it, and to have a reason why you want to do it. And to understand that when people say things to you, you don't want it to affect you at all because you don't see them often. The things that you want for yourself is not the same as everyone else. So that's something that you need to remember, because hate comes from below, and people that are doing the things that you want to do, they wouldn't hate you for it, but they're most likely going to encourage you to keep going. So another hate comment that I got, I didn't really get that many, but I chose that post because it was a post that did well. What someone said to me in the comments is that some guys just post to be laughed at, and some people would just look at their phone, they'll let that message get to them. But also that's the thing, because when you're brave enough to post, you're going to get made fun of, you're going to be laughed at. But also, if you're just the person that's in the corner, you don't want it to be that you're so forgotten as well. Because when you're so forgotten, it means that you have no impact. It means people don't remember you at all. And that's the thing, you want to be remembered for something which is important. Because when you're remembered for something, it means that no one can do it like you. But also the things that you want to do is because it brings you joy, you at least inspire people. And also you get to meet like-minded people, because the more that you do things that you like to do, it just means that over time you're going to meet people that are like you. So when it comes to hate, you don't want to overcomplicate it. You don't want to overreact. Because when it comes to hate, you don't want to overcomplicate it, where people say things and then you try and defend that person. So don't defend people that would disrespect you. But also the disrespect that you get from other people is because they think that they can get away with it. So that's the thing, because if they met you in person, would they actually say that to you? And if they do, what would you actually do? So that's the thing, because you can ignore it in person, but it's the same thing online. And even if many people do hate you for it, it just means that you need to look into it a bit more. Because if it's 1 or 2 people, you don't want to stress about it. If it's loads of people, then I say look into it a bit more and see what you did wrong. But if it's 1 or 2 people, don't let it get to you at all. The last thing that I'm going to say in terms of the hate comments that I got is that taper fades are so arse bro. And when I read that, it's because it didn't really affect me at all, because I like taper fades, and you also need things that you like to do. So that's what I'm going to say, because I actually like taper fades. And even this haircut now that I have, there is a taper fade on the side. Because I always go for a low taper because it gives me more room to grow in my hair. It looks good on me personally. And it's good for you to find your own style, because if everyone's looking the same, it's hard for you to stand out. But also, if you're people pleasing, it just means that you never do things that you like to do. You never put yourself first. But also, when it comes to people saying that taper fades are so arse, it's because that's their opinion. But also realize that other people's opinion about you is not a fact. And it's only a fact if you let it get to you. But also, the person that you want to become, if you're looking at the people that hate you, you don't want to become like those people. But instead, you want to become a person that you can be proud of. A person that you can look back and realize that you at least made progress, because it is a long way to go. But also, are you going to take those people with you? Because you don't want it to be that you tolerate disrespect, you tolerate just anything that people say or do, but instead you just keep doing what you're doing, you at least stay in your own lane. You need to think about it this way, that you did nothing wrong at all, but also some people just send you hate for no reason, and when you actually ask them why did they send that hate comment, they have no reason for doing that. But the actions that you're doing, it has a reason behind it. So that's all I got to say. Thank you for watching this video, and I'll see you again soon.